Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. I am so excited to be filming this video because I don't know whether I'll have given anything away from the title or not, because I don't know what I'm going to call it yet because I don't know how it's going to go, but I have finally booked my wedding. Me and my partner have been together for 13 years this year, and no, sorry, what year is it? 2025, 12 years this year, and we have been engaged for 5 years at the end of this year. So we finally booked the wedding. It is next year. I'm not going to go into detail about when or anything like that. I'm just gonna we're just gonna do some potential wedding nails. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna have yet, and it's not too far away. It's the beginning half of next year rather than the end, so I don't have that long to plan this. Obviously nails are not the be all and end all of a wedding day, don't get me wrong, but you know, I'm here for it. I am willing to try out different things. I do think I want to go pretty standard, like white-ish sort of like go to. Obviously most things are white for wedding nails, aren't they? But I think I am going to follow that. So basically I'm just going to do some videos between now and the wedding of different designs, because of course these videos are just content creation only. I'm doing them just for videos, so I can do that on here, peel them off. If I really like them, I've only wore them for a couple of minutes instead of like a whole entire time of having nails on, like an infill would be, if that makes sense. So I won't have already had my wedding nails before, is what I'm trying to say. So we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to be working with just my what's it called, silicone matte in the background today, just to see whether that helps. Oh, just put my finger in that white. Just see whether that helps with the background of the video or not, because I still haven't figured out how well this phone is working yet. So first things first, we're going to do the first ones. So I think I'll probably do a couple in each video because they're going to be nice and simple. So I don't want to do an entire video of just one because it's not going to be very long and it's going to be quite boring to just have one design per video. So I think I'll probably do 2, maybe 3, depending on how long it takes me to do each one. But first things first, I definitely should have remembered to remove the dust before painting. As you can see, there's lots of little particles on the nail, which is just great, but I am going to be covering this nail with glitter, so I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to leave it dusty because you won't notice it when the glitter's on anyway, which sounds bad, but you know, we're going with it. So that's the ring finger. I am just going to clean up that little bit there. And I just thought, you know what, I'd rather share all of my ideas, just in case anyone else wants to go ahead and use them. I'm not even sure whether they are dust particles or whether they're bubbles at this point. So I'm just going to go over. No idea. Anyway, so I'm going to cure that. Yeah, I just thought it'd be nice to share some of my ideas anyway, just because anyone else might be getting married, especially this time of year. I know summer weddings are very popular. As I've mentioned many times, I'm not a summer person, so I am more than happy to not get married in summer. But yeah, I just thought it'd be helpful to share it as like a bit of a series on my channel. So I might do like one video a month or one every couple of weeks. I do 3 videos a week, so I might do one every other week with 2 or 3 different wedding nail inspiration designs. Basically, I think that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, I'm just going to cure this fully and then we can move on. Okay, I've actually decided to keep this ring finger as a full coverage, just white nail instead of going over with glitter. So I'm just going to do my second coat. I am using a different white now because I have most likely contaminated that one I was just using with whatever it was that was on my nail. So I'm just gonna, this one is literally just staying as it is. It's just gonna be full cover white. So I'm gonna pop that into the lamp and I'm gonna top coat it off camera because that one is done now. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna pop it in the lamp. We'll just do that one out of the way and top coat it, and then we can move on to the other nails. So I am gonna pop some of my white, the different white that I'm using now, on my palette because it is a slightly different shade of white, which might sound crazy, but I don't know if you can tell. I don't think you can on camera, to be fair, but it is slightly different. You just have to take my word for it. So we're going to be doing a design with there is going to be glitter involved. I'm just not having a full nail of it like I was going to before. So I'm just going to wait for this, and then we're going to do like a, what's it called, like a partial cover, like, you know, like a V French, but only one side basically, and then a bit of stamping, and then also some glitter, just as an excuse to use glitter. I think I'm going to use silver because any jewellery or anything that I wear on the day will be silver, because I'm not a gold person. I can't wear gold, I look strange. Okay, so for the stamped nail, I'm going to be using this plate here, which is the Nail Art Stamping Plate 74, which is called Romantique from Moira. And I'm going to be using this image up here with some white stamping polish. Okay, so I'm just going to turn that around so you can see the image on camera. It's just here in the bottom corner. So I'm going to go in with my white stamping polish, if I can open it, which it doesn't seem like I can. There we go. So I'm going to just pop my white over the top, scrape down, got my stamper at the ready, so I'm just going to pick that image up, and I'm going to use the straight edge, so I can use any edge of course, so I'm just going to figure out which one I like the most, and I'm just going to place it on the nail like so. So we've just got partial coverage, not a full nail, and then I'm going to get my cleanup brush and just go around that cuticle and sidewall area to get off any excess polish. Like so. So this is what we're looking like. Just popping the lid on everything that I'm not using for a sec. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go in with my brush, my striper brush, and I'm just going to outline that with my white gel polish. Just nice and gentle. I don't want too thick of a line, I literally just want an outline for that. And then once I'm happy with that line, I'm just going to pop it into the lamp. So I'm just flash curing that white because I don't need it to be fully cured, but I need it to be cured enough where it's not going to bubble or anything, but it is nice and thin, so it doesn't really matter too much. And then on the index nail and pinky nail, we're going to do the same sort of thing, but we're going to do the white like that on both nails. So I'm just going to create my line with my white. And then fill in, oh god, this phone is driving me insane. And then fill in that side. And then same again on the pinky. I've got to make the most of this set that I'm going to be wearing, really. That's why I'm going for white, because I don't wear white normally, because it obviously stains really easily and gets dirty and just doesn't really look very nice for very long, in my opinion. White has always been a bit of a problem colour in the world of nails, so I'm sort of making the most of it being an occasion where white makes a lot of sense, because otherwise I really wouldn't go for it. Okay, so once I've done that, I'm then again going to pop that into the lamp for a full cure this time, just to make sure my white doesn't have any plans to run anywhere. And then the silver I'm going to be using is this one. It's called Kiss Me Now, and it is from Nail Reserve LA. The white I was using is also from them as well. do have a discount code for this brand in my description box, so definitely check it out if you want to purchase any from them. They are beautiful. Oh gosh, they are beautiful colours. So I'm just going to give this, oh my god, a mix up in my hands when this one is completely cured, and then pop some on my palette, and then we can get to work with the lines of this. So just want to show you what this polish looks like. It is so sparkly. I absolutely love it. But just to make it even sparklier, because you can never have too much sparkle, I am going to pop some dust in it as well. Got a silver one somewhere. There it is. Got a holographic silver dust here from Tia's Beauty, and I'm just going to pop a little bit, just a little bit of that into there, just to get it even more sparkly, because you can never have too much in my opinion. Just need something to do that with. Put this through. So like I said, not a lot. I'm just going in with my dotting tool to pick it up, so to make sure I don't pick up too much. Then I'm going to use my dotting tool to blend it in. These dusts are beautiful. They come in so many colours and they're all stunning. But I didn't really want a really bright silver, so this one is a little bit darker than the polish itself. So I thought if I mix this in, it might dull down the colour a bit. Obviously not the glitter, that's not what I want to do, but at least the colour itself will be a bit less harsh. So all we're going to do with this is just do a line opposite, basically. I'm just going to start from the left, work my way over. I do want quite a thick line this time. Make sure we can really pack the glitter on. Like so, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the ring, on the pinky. Just flash cured that for a few seconds just to keep it where it is while I'm doing this one. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the middle finger. I don't know whether to do the line on it or not. I was planning on it, but I feel like it might be a bit strange to just paint a line through the middle. No, I am going to do it because that was my original plan. So if it looks rubbish, that is literally what this is for, is to just test out how things look. It's just a trial. I won't know until I do it. I actually don't think it's too much. I quite like that actually. It's not too bad at all. So I'm going to pop that into the lamp now for a full cure. In fact, I think I might do a line down the centre of my white full cover nail as well, because that looks a bit random now with no silver on it. I have already top coated it, and of course I wouldn't usually paint over no white top coat. But it doesn't matter because they're coming straight off. I like that. I think that's a nice finishing touch. So I'm going to pop that into the lamp now for a full cure. And then to keep it all the same brand, I am going to use the Now Reserve No White Top Coat. So we're just going to go straight in with that now because this design is finished. Like I said, I'm not doing anything crazy. Do want nice and subtle. I think this is perfect. I'm just going to take pictures of all these sets that I do. I'm hoping that when I do one eventually, it will just like, I'll fall in love with it and I'll be like, that's the one. I'm really hoping that's what happens. But if not, I'm going to have all these pictures of all these designs we've tried over the months. And hopefully one of them will stand out to me at the time and I'll be like, yeah, they'll do. I definitely don't want to do my nails and like for the first time seeing them for the wedding, because I know I won't like them and then I'll be moody forever. So I'm just going to fully cure this top coat, pop a bit of cuticle oil on, and then show you what they look like, and then we'll get on to doing another one. Okay, so this is what the first set looked like. I absolutely love how these turned out, actually. I do quite like them. I think if I were to change them, I would do the vertical line on all of them instead of just that ring finger, because that has actually, funnily enough, worked out to be my favourite nail out of all of them now because of that. So I wish I'd done that on all of them. But again, that is what this is for. So, you know, I'm glad we've done it so I can figure out what tweaks I'd make, if any, and if I like them or not. But I do like them actually, but they're not going to be my wedding nails. I'm well aware of that at this point because then I don't love them. So, you know, we'll save the picture anyway and we'll go with it. But I don't think these are the ones. And to be honest, if I did find the ones, I don't think I'd tell you. But, you know, we'll just play it by ear and see how we go. So I'm going to take these off now and then we'll do another design in the same video. Okay, so on to the second go. Let's give it another go. So I'm going to use the same 2 gels just because I have some left over and I don't want to waste them. And of course I've just mixed that silver up, so we'll use that. So for these ones, I think I'm going to do 2 French nails, I think, on these 2, and then the middle 2 we're going to do the design on them. So I'm going to get the French out of the way first. I'll do one French on camera and then the other one off because you're all probably aware by now that me and French on camera is just not, yeah, it just does never go well, to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie. Especially because I'm using gel polish now instead of gel paint. Didn't even realise that I definitely do much better with gel paint and I've not even bothered to use it. I do want quite a deep French because these nails are going to be completely plain, like just French. They're not having anything else on them. I'm leaving them as they are. So I do want it to cover like a decent amount. I don't need to leave too much natural space, if that makes sense, because nothing is going to fill that gap. So, oh gosh, my bloody phone. I need something to lean on. So you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to try and clean up this, hold on a sec, clean up this smile line. I do this every time. I spend ages on it from this angle, get it perfect, and then turn it around from the other angle and it's all really wonky and just uneven. So that's fun, but I'm going to do it again anyway because I like to make the same mistakes over and over again. I drank too much coffee today to be doing this, honestly. Oh, did anyone else see that hair just land there? How inconvenient is that? Okay, happier with it now, but still not happy. Do you need to sort out that free edge? No, much better actually. Okay, so that's my index nail. It's not perfect, but I'm going to be peeling them off straight away, so I don't really want to put too much effort into it. You get the idea anyway. Everyone knows what a white French tip looks like, especially nowadays, because it is everywhere. So I'm going to do the same thing on the ring finger, and then I'll come back ready for us to do the 2 design nails. Not ring finger, sorry, pinky. Okay, I've done the French nails, so we're going on to the 2 middle ones now, and we're going to do 2 lines of the glitter down the centre of the nail. I'm just giving it another mix up again with my brush. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my lines first. I do want them to be quite thick this time, so I'm just going to get them on there first, and then I can build on the width. Oh gosh. Once I'm happy with them. So I'm just making them slightly thicker now. There we go, happy with that one. And then it's going to make that one next to it slightly thicker as well. I'm not going to continue painting like this, by the way. When I do the next step, it will be like up close. I just can't do straight lines with my hands facing me for some reason. I have to paint them away from myself. Okay, happy with that. That ring finger one isn't quite straight. So it turns out I can't do them painting away from myself either. That's good. definitely less straight now than it was before, which is great. So I'm just going to go in with my clean up brush and just go down that side, tape that end bit in a little bit. Got a bit carried away there, but I think that's about it really, actually. I don't think it's too bad. It'll do, basically. So I'm going to pop that in for a full cure, and then next we're going to be doing some leaves with the white. Still sticking with just the white and silver, because I think I'm going to do that in every video, like whichever colour scheme I sort of decide on, I'm going to just stick with that, so I'm not wasting loads of product, because I've still got all of this on my palette. So there's no point adding more. So I'm just going to do this, and then once I've cured that, we can move on to the next step, which like I said is going to be a leafy sort of design. Of course you could do like stamps or anything at this point with this as the base, but I am going to do some leaves. I think if I was to do these properly, I would probably make sure to, I'm going to do it in this video as well, because I need to obviously see what they look like when they are done properly, so I need to stop being lazy. So I'm going to apply a coat of matte top coat to these nails for me to use as my base for the next step of the design, because it is hand painting and I don't want to do any on top of a rough surface. And of course they're not going to be completely smooth now. I've done that glitter down the middle, and that is where I'm going to be focusing the next set or the next step. So we're just going to go over the entire nail with a matte top coat to smooth it out. I'll give it a quick buff before I paint over it, and then we'll do the painting on the matte top coat so we get a nice smooth finish. I don't want to look at some nails and either not like them because they're not exactly how they would look, and I also don't want to look at them and think, yeah, they look really nice. They'd look better if I did them slightly different, and then do them slightly different and for some reason not like them anymore. So I want to make everything exactly as it should be if I was to actually wear it, if that makes sense. I'm just going to fully cure this, give them a very light buff with the smooth side of a buffer, and then we can go in with the painting. Okay, I've given them a little buff over and also wiped over with a lint-free wipe and some acetone, just to make sure that they are nice and smooth and clean and there isn't any dust or anything left on them. So now going back in with my white polish, I'm going to do a leafy sort of design. So we're just going to come from the top and work my way down over the silver. I definitely would usually do this sort of thing with gel paint. I don't know why I didn't think to do that this time, to be honest, but here we are. Like I said, I don't want to waste product, so that is one thing I am just going to have to deal with, I am afraid. So I'm just creating my stem first. That's that nail, and then I'm going to go in with the other side on this one, like so. I've done that wrong, which probably sounds ridiculous because it really is the most simple task to complete, and I've still managed to do it wrong. In fact, I'm going to start again because I'm not really a fan of the left hand side one either. So let me just do these lines quickly off camera and then we'll start. Okay, we've got the lines how I want them after messing about all far too much, and then we're just going to go in with some petals. I don't want to put too many on, I don't want them to be too big, so we're sticking to quite, not small because obviously I want to see them, but I don't want them to be really overpowering and huge. So I'm only putting a few on each side of the stem. I think I might go for 4 either side maybe. And then of course one on the very end. This is an awkward angle. Very awkward angle actually. Just gonna have to go off the nail because I can't actually maneuver my hand that way. And then we're going to do the same sort of thing on the other side. Again, don't want too many, so I am keeping it to just a few. I think I might even do 3 on this side. and then one up here, and that'll do for this side. And we're just going to very gently link the bottom of those leaves up to the stem. Like so. Don't like this area, so I'm going to remove that. It just looks strange, so I'm just going to go over with my brush and wipe it away. Start fresh in that area, like so. And then I think what I'm going to do is do one around the middle. Just do one is just going to be not enough, is it? But that didn't look good at all. So I'm going to do one there, just a little one, and then one up here. I'm pretty sure is what I just did, but we'll see how it looks. Still looks a bit strange, doesn't it? Oh well, I'm sticking with it. We're gonna go with it, because my brain can't quite figure out why it looks wrong, so I can't fix it if I don't know what the issue is. So I'm gonna pop this. No, I'm not gonna pop it in the lamp because I've done the line on the other hand, haven't I? Well, I could actually, but no. Let's just go for it. Why not? So I'm just gonna do the one on the end of this first, because that is sort of the easy one. We know exactly where that one's going. And then we'll do one on this side about there. That already doesn't look right. I think it's when I do them sticking outwards away from the line, like the middle stem, is what makes it look strange. I think I need to do them more like in line with the stem instead, if that makes sense. So instead of going out like that, I think I need to go in towards the stem. But we'll see. I'm just going to do them really quickly just in case I do have to change them again, and I can't really be bothered to do that. So I don't want to go too detailed with them and then it look weird again, and then we have to take it off and I've spent ages on it. So we'll just do it quickly just to see if my theory is correct. No, it's definitely not correct. That still looks really strange. I'm going to leave it for now because I haven't figured out how the hell to avoid this scenario. Don't know where I'm going wrong. So we'll do the other side and then I'll come back to it and figure out what to do. Aside from those leaves looking really bizarre, I am actually really liking the style of these, which is frustrating because that means I need to figure it out if I do end up wanting them. Right, so what are we doing on the outside then? Maybe here and here. Hair on that one I'm trying to get off, if you're wondering what I'm doing, poking around it. Okay. So we need one up here. Oh god, that's completely out of the way. Oh, this must be so frustrating for you to watch because it's driving me insane and I'm the one doing it. So I'm going to keep it this way round just to figure out where to go. So I think we need to go about there maybe. This is a really, really odd angle to paint at, but try it. That'll do for now just to see if it's going to work or not. See, I like it, but do you know what I mean by it looks really bizarre? Like, I love the outside ones. I just think the inside ones don't really fit. I'm not sure what to do to fix that, really. Okay, I've redone the ring finger one. I've redone this petal, and I think that does actually look better. Still not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do with this one, so I'm just going to have to leave it because I just can't get my head around it and figure out how to stop it looking so wrong. So I think I'm just going to have to leave it and just let it bug me forever and a day. But yeah, if you think you can figure it out, then please do say. I promise I won't take offence. Like, I am actually needing the help at this point because I don't know what is going on. I'm just elongating this one a smidge. There we go. Right. Okay, I did change the middle one slightly, but it still looks strange, so I still can't figure it out. I think I just have to not do quite such a swirl in the stem, if that makes sense. But I do still like them, to be fair, even though they do look a bit off. Hopefully putting the top coat on and making them all shiny and everything will help, but I really like them, actually. I think these are my favourite so far, which doesn't say a lot considering we've only done 2 different ones. But I'm also going to add a dot of the silver just at the cuticle area of these nails. I'm not a crystal person, so that is as close to crystals as I am going to get, I'm afraid. But yeah, I just think it'll tie it all in when those 2 middle ones, when the 2 glittery ones in the middle are all not matte anymore. But I do actually quite like the matte as well, to be honest. But anyway, I'm going to pop those into the lamp for full cure. I will top coat them on camera because, of course, they are matte, so you'll actually be able to see a change. So let's just top coat these. Not top coat, let's just cure these, sorry. Okay, so on to top coat. I did remove the dot and do it again on the index finger because it was definitely not central, which was stressing me out. I'm surprised how much I like the French nails, to be honest. I've never really been a French nail type of girl, especially white. I think my problem is I just don't like things that are mainstream. So if something's really popular, I automatically just don't like it, which is really stupid. But I am the opposite of, like, someone who likes to follow trends and stuff. Like, there's got to be a name for whatever the opposite of that is, but whatever it is, it's me. I love these, I'm not gonna lie. I think, to be honest, it's a bit overkill having the 2 nails with the design anyway, so I think I'd just stick to maybe the ring finger, because of course that is where the ring is going to go, so it would be nice. But I love them, I love the idea of them, so I'm just going to cure them fully, pop a bit of cuticle oil on again, and then we can have a look at them. So this is the finish of set 2. I absolutely love these, to be honest. These are definitely my favourite so far. Obviously that's not really saying a lot because we've only done 2. I am really in love with these, to be honest. If I don't have these for the wedding, I would definitely wear these with different colours, like not white. They're just beautiful, and you could do them obviously with any colour scheme and any glitter colour, any actual colour, like just perfect. I love these. Let me know what you think. Which one is your favourite out of the 2? And yeah, if you're married, let me know what nails you had if you had your nails done. Give me any ideas that you've got that you want to see me try, or anything that you think I might like. But yeah, just go for it. There's a bit of like the 1 speck of glitter under the bloody top coat. That's so annoying, but just ignore it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and it's something that you want to see, because obviously if not, it's going to be pretty boring for every other week. But this is why I'm not going to do it like all the time. I am literally just going to stick to 1 video every other week, so it'll be like every 6 videos basically, because I don't want it to be too overkill. And I mean, I don't know how many ideas I can possibly come up with that are white based, to be honest. So yeah, but it's exciting. I'm excited, and I wanted a way to sort of share my excitement, and I feel like this is it, because we get to sort of go, I don't know, go through the journey of picking my wedding nails together, which I think should be exciting considering I'm a nail tech, to be fair, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back very soon with another one. Bye.